Hello bridge players, welcome once again to the quest for the 100% tournament, where we play the weekly free instant tournament in order to get to 100%. This week, it's a really tough week. We start with this hand where we have to get to the slam and make it, which proves to be not an easy task in this hand. And unfortunately, somebody else did it, so that's good enough for 96.4%. Then we go to hand number 2, where we open to no trump, exaggerating our hand by 6 points, which is usually a good idea, but in this case, cards are just the way you need them. And we're going to develop a very nice play here. Well, 10 tricks are good enough for 100%. This one, we open 2 clubs, we beat 2 hearts, and now we lie about his control. Next we ask for key cards and get to 7. And this lead is all we need. In order to get 13 tricks. Trumps are 2-2. We try the clubs first, and we're gonna get on this card for 100%. Another hand where we do something not as usual, which is the double instead of being 2 spades. I think most people beat 2 spades. What is most unusual in this case, however, is the play of this hand. The way we led. It's not normal at all. We usually lead our best suit. In this case, we led partner's best suit. And while 9 tricks are good enough for 100%. And number 5, where we're going to get to 6 a little rustically, a little crazily, because we're missing 2 aces. And we could actually only make 10 tricks if the robots were awake. But since they aren't, we're gonna take this opportunity to make 12 tricks and 100%. Then we have hand number 6, where we also need to exaggerate a bit, accepting this invitation and getting to 12 tricks by finessing the clubs, which are for 1. And 12 tricks is only good enough for 96.4. Somebody else had already achieved this. This other hand, we open 1 diamond. And we let them play into hearts, which is going to go down. Some people passed this hand in first seat. It's not a nice hand, 12 ugly points, but I think you have to open it anyway. We need to defend and get some score to our side. This is a very important play by partner, winning that trick with the heart ace, and we can now make 2 tricks in hearts, the one we already made, and defeating the contract by 1 trick is good enough for 100%. Then we have another hand where we're gonna do something very weird. I have, as usual, to thank those people who are interested in this way of playing, like IceAJ or Markboloti. They sent me their answers, and it was because of them that I could arrive at some of the contracts, like this one, for example. Markboloti was the one who told me that 2 clubs was a makeable contract. I would say that it is by mistake of the robot, because as you can see, we are going to draw trumps, thanks to the robot's line of defense, which allows us to make the contract. And making the contract is good enough for 100%. And that was it. A very difficult week, one of the toughest we've had, only 99.11%. I hope you liked the video. As usual, I ask your like in YouTube and to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. See you soon!